On September 25, 2026, Marvel is sending Avengers Endgame back into theaters under a new title, Endgame Encore. The studio is promising a custom introduction, fresh footage, and a highly anticipated post-credits tag designed to set up the return of Chris Evans' Steve Rogers in Avengers Doomsday. But if you buy a standard movie ticket for this re-release, you will never see that post-credits scene. Disney locked that specific narrative bridge behind two premium ticketing tiers, IMAX and a brand new, entirely proprietary certification called Infinity Vision. This proprietary standard is arriving just months before the debut of Avengers Doomsday, a film expected to anchor Disney's entire theatrical slate. Coordinating a global rollout on this scale usually takes years, yet the studio is pushing for immediate certification. The deployment of Infinity Vision serves a dual purpose. It secures the technical requirements of the re-release, while simultaneously prepping the market for a far more contentious winter season. To see why, look at the release calendar. On December 18, 2026, Avengers Doomsday opens on the exact same day as Warner Bros. Dune Part 3. IMAX had to choose between the two heavyweights, and they granted exclusive control of their screens to Dune. For the first time in years, a massive Avengers tentpole is locked out of the premier large-format brand. Losing that real estate is a severe financial blow. Theatrical revenues increasingly rely on premium large formats, or PLFs. This bar chart breaks down modern opening weekend revenues. PLF screens now routinely generate around 40% of a blockbuster's opening box office. We saw this exact math recently. Disney's Toy Story 5 pulled in nearly $64 million strictly from premium ticket upcharges. Without a premium label attached to Doomsday, Disney legally cannot charge a premium ticket price. That single scheduling conflict over IMAX screens threatens to erase hundreds of millions of dollars in potential revenue. So Disney decided to invent their own premium tier. They created the Infinity Vision certification to bypass IMAX entirely. To earn the badge, theater owners must prove their auditoriums meet specific metrics: screens at least 45 feet wide, deliver immersive audio systems, and strict brightness minimums. This node map illustrates the scale of Disney's ambition. Over 7,500 theater screens worldwide have already applied for certification, eager for a slice of the premium pie. Theaters are willing to participate, but consumers still have to willingly pay a $5 to $10 upcharge for a brand name they have never heard of. That is the core function of the Endgame re-release. Disney is holding the highly anticipated Doomsday lore hostage inside these unproven theaters to force fans into paying for the upgrade. Endgame Encore is operating as a massive billion-dollar beta test for consumer habituation. If audiences pay for the Infinity Vision logo in September and get a satisfying visual experience, they will readily accept that same logo in December, neutralizing the loss of IMAX. If this succeeds, it proves that major studios no longer need third-party gatekeepers to validate their premium formats. Owning intellectual property with this much cultural gravity gives a studio total leverage. They can dictate their own exhibition standards, and theaters are left with a simple choice: comply with Disney's new rules, or risk losing out on the most profitable movies of the year. Choosing to see Endgame Encore in this format provides the latest chapter in Marvel lore, but it also provides Disney with the infrastructure they need to challenge the dominance of established third-party theater brands.